I wrote Krishna's Punk about a time in my life when my son and I ended up going in different directions. My son Vic wrote Trainwrecks and Transcendence about the same period. Interesting that there's two views covering the same time frame. The video you're about to see is from the first chapter of Vic's book. If I can do this, it's worth a buy. It's worth looking at. You can get this on Amazon.com. Just search for Dicara, D-I-C-A-R-A, and you'll see my book and a bunch of his books. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I think he did a pretty good job.
High school sucks, so it's pretty ironic that my amazing train wreck ride towards Transcendence began in Sachem High School cafeteria. Mr. Lucchesi, our music teacher, had a coolness mixed with the fragrance of mothballs, confined as it was to the lingo bingo of freshly bygoned eras. We called him Snaggle Monster, due to the snaggle always caked into the corners of his mouth. Today, the Snaggle Monster stalked the cafeteria with his curly, thinning hair and bad posture, happy as a button that the highlight of his year was about to begin, the battle of the bands. A Rush cover band here, a Duran Duran cover band there, an Iron Maiden cover band somewhere else. All of them nervous and eager to show their self-worth by demonstrating how well they could imitate rock stars. But there was one spot in the cafeteria that was totally different from all the others. It was an actual stage, complete with a second-tier drum riser on which a massive black double-bass drum set loomed ominously. The guys who would play on that stage were the main reason I had come. The music on the VHS skate tapes I used to watch was at least as interesting as the skating. As a result, I got into Agent Orange.
I feel safe just being alone, living in darkness, living in a world of my own.
And the Sex Pistols.
I am an anti-Christ. I am an anarchist. Don't know what I want.
Kevin exposed me to a different branch of the punk rock tree. Thrash metal and crossover. I was a bit more into Dungeons and Dragons and BMX freestyle than I was into music. But I always had a deep connection with music. Some of my earliest memories are of my mom playing the Doors and the Beatles really loud in her Opel while she drove to work at the hair salon. Dad had a strong thing for the blues and other really weird shit like Frank Zappa and Tom Waits. For the most part, Mom and I couldn't really figure that out. But he also had a full collection of Led Zeppelin records, and I loved that. He had a guitar and tried to play it now and then. I never did. When I was pretty young, they brought a 6-octave stand-up piano and got me a teacher. I gave up after 4 or 5 years, but it gave me a good understanding of how music works. So even though I was more of a skater than a musician, I had my feet in both worlds. I was just waiting for the dudes with the big stage. When their turn came, everyone gathered around. The band was nowhere to be seen, but their big PA speakers started playing jungle noises, replete with monkeys and backed by orchestral strings. A few friends of the band clapped with awkwardly unabashed enthusiasm when the drummer climbed up and started checking the tightness of this or that bolt or lever with his long, straight, Asian black hair swaying like a rock star. Then everything got tense. A voice boomed over the PA as the rest of the gloriously long-haired band came onto the stage. It was a loud, deep, and crazy voice. "Greetings, Earthlings," it boomed. "We are third planet." The rest was more like an explosion than a concert. The singer came out, leaping around in sneakers, jeans, and a sweatshirt, hood up and completely obscuring his face. Bounding about like a wild gorilla, even scratching under his armpits. He eventually threw back his hood to reveal a short crop of bleached blonde hair, pale skin, and a big nose, just before the music suddenly changed into some incomprehensibly fast blur of precise noise, while the lunatic singer howled and shouted in a mad frenzy, and the rest of the band stalked, jumped, or brooded around the stage like wild animals. A fight broke out in front of the stage. That's what Kids would have probably called the police if we had cell phones in those days. As for me, I was sold. It was the most amazing musical performance I could imagine. And the people who did it were just kids like me. Kids from my school. Friends of my friends. Ironically, Snaggle disqualified Third Planet for inciting a riot, proving the point that high school does indeed suck.